everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C, and I want to thank you all for coming, hanging out with us, spending some time. I know you're always looking forward to seeing us, and we're looking forward to seeing you. And when I say we, I mean it's me and my good friend Dave. Dave, hello.
Hello, hello.
So, before we start going crazy and getting into the whole shenanigans of this show, and that's pretty much tomfoolery and shenanigans and opinions, very strong, very strong opinions sometimes. I want to take a moment and be serious, and this is not my strong suit, but I'm going to be serious for a minute. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and
Yes.
with that being said, on Monday is Memorial Day because at the end of the last Monday in May is always Memorial Day, and a lot of kids, they realize it's a day off. They realize it's a 3-day weekend, summer, yay! But they don't understand what it really means. And I want to take a moment just to explain that it started out where it wasn't even Memorial Day. The name of it was Decoration Day, and it came from the Civil War, and it was from soldiers who have passed during battle during the Civil War. And then after a little while, we had World War One, and then in 1971, after World War One, they actually declared it a national holiday and changed the name to Memorial Day. So it incorporated all the soldiers who we lost during all the wars, not just the Civil War, not just the World War.
Right.
And it worked also with World War II and anything like that. So anytime we lose a soldier during war, it's considered to be the day that you remember them. And I have some family that was in the military, and they've lost friends, brothers, whatever you want to call them, when you're fighting for our freedom. And it's a tough day for those guys. And as much as it's a great, okay, summer's starting, that's not what it's all about. So if you don't know, do some research, look into it. There's a laying of the wreath down in Arlington, Virginia, where they actually work in the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers. So sometimes you have soldiers that are lost in battle or can't be found, and the cemetery is dedicated to those guys. And they have a changing of the guards, which is every hour on the hour. It's a ritual that they do, and it's, if you haven't seen it, check it out. You can look it up on YouTube. You can look it up on the web or anything else. And it's important to know that we're able to do what we're doing because so many have lost their lives protecting this land. So as much as we joke around saying that this world sucks or this and that and America this and America that, there are people who are fighting for us, and they lose their lives, and I appreciate all of them, and I thank them.
Yes.
And anybody who's dealing with the loss of them and having a hard time, please reach out and find the support that you need, and hopefully you can enjoy this Memorial Day and remember some of the good times you had with everybody. So thank you, and just for a moment, Dave. It doesn't ever really happen, but
Nope.
Just a moment of silence, please. Okay. Now,
Well said.
thank you. It's not, like I said, it's not my strong suit. It's
No.
not. It's not. I'm not a really serious guy, but sometimes serious.
Yeah, and I think
serious.
a lot of that has fallen down on deaf ears with today's society. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they need to. I think it needs to be out there to remind people what it's actually about.
It's not about being transgender. It's not about being white or black. It's not about being Catholic or Jewish, or it's not about any of that. It's about being in the land of the free.
Yeah.
And appreciating what we have. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that because a lot of the freedoms, you grow up with it, so you're entitled to them. And a lot of places don't have that. So these people fight for us, and they give up their lives for us so that we can have these things. And then we go around and we act stupid saying, no, I'm this, I'm that, you're this, you're that. Just be happy you're alive, and you're still here to enjoy life. So
Yeah. Okay.
But
All right.
with that being said, it
Yes.
does mean that summer starts, Dave.
Yes, it is. Once you're done with the rememberings and all that stuff
Right.
like that, it is a symbol of the kickoff to the summer,
Right.
which I'm sure everybody is looking forward to.
Summer kickoff. With summer kickoff comes barbecues and pool parties,
Yes.
which I love.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I enjoy them. I enjoyed them more when I was younger, and they didn't have the responsibilities of being grill the grill
The Grill
master.
Master.
Yeah. Um, I don't mind cooking, but in Arizona, it's 115 degrees, and I'm standing behind a grill that's also 200, 300 degrees, and there's not enough beer you can drink, not enough tonics you can swallow to
Yeah.
make it any easier. You have to either jump in the pool or have somebody spray you with a hose. But you spray the hose away from you first because the hot water in that hose
Mm.
is scalding.
Here's a stupid question out there. I
Good
think
answer.
right, you have but you're. I don't know if you can answer this because you have a direct gas line to your thing, right?
I do. I'm privileged to have a direct gas line. Yes.
Because I'm wondering
But
if
I
you,
also have tanks for heaters during the winter and stuff like that for propane. So go ahead.
right. So, but when it's hot like that and 120 degrees and you're running that, does it burn less or more propane to you know what I mean?
That I don't know. Yeah.
Because
that
I'm
I
wondering
don't know.
because if it's so hot, your grill's probably already fucking like 300
Right.
degrees.
Yeah,
So you don't
need a
really need
small
more
flame, and it's already
Right.
300 degrees.
So I would think you don't need as much propane to heat the thing, but I don't know. That's
To be honest, you probably don't need as much to heat it,
Right.
but to have the flame underneath it I don't know. I mean, if you're going flame broil, if this is Burger King, then you need more propane.
right.
If this is Mickey D's or Wendy's, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you like your burgers.
Yeah.
And speaking
Yeah.
of burgers, did you ever have the ones that have the bacon and cheese inside of them already
Inside,
pre-made?
Yes.
I enjoy those.
They're
I
delicious.
enjoy like a lot of people are like, no, I want to put it on. I want to do it.
Yeah.
Dude, put it in my burger and let me just eat it. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm good
Game
with
over.
that.
Yeah, we're high rollers over here. We got to get like the expensive, pre-made burgers and stuff like that.
Fancy. Dave drinks with his pinky out. Hello. Hello, David. I didn't know we were so proper.
No, because I used to be like, the Bubba burgers, the pre-made
Right. Yeah,
frozen
yeah.
ones. Nah. We
No
get
more, huh?
got to get the Wagyu or whatever it's called and the Angus
Hey,
beef.
whack you.
And the Angus beef burgers, man. You
Right.
got to get those.
Okay. And
'Cause-
then each grill master knows his grill.
Yes.
I know where my hot spots are. I'm sure you know where your hot spots
Mhm.
are. And
Yep.
I had a party at my house a couple weeks ago, and the coach was actually cooking. My son's coach, it was for the soccer team,
Mhm.
and he goes, "Every man knows his grill. Where the hot spot?" And I'm like, "This guy who's young, he's 27 years old, but he knows."
hmm
I was like, "Oh, it's hot over here. It's hot over here. Over here's not so much. So make sure
Yeah.
you flip these quicker. Go and cook quicker over here." But he knew.
hmm
So what's your favorite side at a barbecue?
Oh, side. I was like, what side
Not
of
a
the grill?
side piece.
Side of the grill?
The one in the red bikini.
Well, you know what? I don't know if it's a side, but it's kind of like the shrimp, little baby
Okay.
shrimp. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, because I've been using with my new grill. It came with like I used to use the skewers and then put it on, but this one came with like an actual like seafood
Platter
tray.
thing. Yeah.
So I plopped those bad boys in there, and it
Okay.
came out so much better on that thing. So that's a good side. But usually we get like the French fries or something in the air fryer,
Okay.
but-
Some corn on the cob. You ever
corn
put
on the cob.
Okay.
Yep, the whole
Put that
normal.
on the grill. We
Yeah.
do asparagus on the grill.
Oof.
You do, and a lot of people. My cousin came out to visit, and he goes, "I don't like asparagus." I go, "Hey, I'm not going to force you to try it, but you should try it.
Yeah, that's a hard sell.
It is a hard sell." But he goes, "I've never liked asparagus." I go, "All right, you don't like asparagus. You don't like asparagus. I don't care. You eat it. You don't eat it. I'm making it. I don't care. I'm eating it."
Yeah.
But you make it. You put it in a tray with some olive oil. You put some salt and pepper on it, and then once it comes out, you get it nice and soft. Then you just put some Parmesan cheese on it.
Right.
Oh my god, it's so good. So good. My father-in-law had that recipe somehow, some way. I don't know where he found it from or if he invented it or
Right.
I have no idea, but it's good as hell. So if you want to try it or you're on the fence about asparagus, try that and then your pee will smell later. You'll forget. If you forget you ate and then you pee, you go,
Yep.
"Oh, that's right, I had asparagus."
Did you used to get when Memorial Day kicked off back in your younger years? Did you ever go anywhere for the weekend to the beaches or anything like that, or did you just stay home
I
and?
usually I went to a bar down by the shore or whatever, but I didn't really go far. Like
Yeah.
we were in Jersey, we were hanging out. So I mean, a couple of friends would have barbecues or whatever, and we'd do that, or we'd go to the bars or clubs down by the shore a little bit, but it was
Yeah.
such a madhouse that a
Yeah.
lot of times on those specific times I wouldn't go down there because it was just too stupid, too crowded,
Yeah.
and you couldn't enjoy it as much. So,
Yeah.
and then like I said, I had a Cadillac long time ago,
Mhm.
and trying to park that thing,
Yeah.
not at the Jersey Shore, bro.
Yeah, no. We would go to Wildwood. That was
Right.
our,
Okay.
you know, once we got out of school and we were of drinking age,
Of course.
leave on like exactly leave on like Wednesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon.
Right.
Shoot on down there.
Okay.
You know, spend the weekend and then leave on like either the day of the holiday or we would leave on Monday, but then we wisened up and said, you know what, we'll start leaving on Tuesday because all the traffic is already gone by then.
Yeah,
so.
you get a lot of people from New York going down there and
Yeah.
whatnot on those weekends, and the traffic. I remember I lived in Central and South Jersey, and just driving to work, working up in North Jersey.
Mhm.
We had Friday hours for the Jersey guys,
Mm.
the shore guys. We
Yeah.
all had it's shore hours,
Mhm.
and we'd come in early. We wouldn't take a lunch. We'd leave early. This way we didn't get hit with the traffic because a 15-20 minute window
Yeah.
could change your drive from a
screw you.
45-minute drive
Mhm.
to a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
It's that bad. You know it. You're
Oh,
still
yeah.
there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know it.
That's why
Like-
for when you're traveling, if you know you're going to some shore place in New
Right.
Jersey and you have to drive the Garden State Parkway,
Oh yeah.
there's a time frame that you go and then you just pray that there was no idiot that caused an accident,
Right.
especially going down to Wildwood because back then, I don't know if it's all
Two
three
roads,
lanes now going
right.
down, but it was 2 lanes.
It was 2
And
lanes.
if some asshole got in an accident, guess what? You're waiting for
You're done.
your 3-hour drive just became a 6-hour drive. So you're
Yeah,
fucked.
it's horrible how quick the drive changes and how
Yeah.
much the fun. You're like, whoa, we're going in shore.
Yeah,
We're
but
going
that's
in
exactly. You
shore.
get a car, yeah!
And then you hit the shore.
And then you're like,
Motherfucker, get out of the way. What the hell's the matter with you? You mother, don't suck an egg.
yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
a lot. It changes the whole. And then you get down there, and then you want to drink for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like pissed off.
I need
drinking.
a beer.
Fuck the beer, give me a shot.
Yeah.
I'm that pissed off.
That's when
I
Dave
need to get
starts
drunk
talking
quicker.
Chinese or Japanese.
Japanese.
Oh, nobody want to drink with me.
But no, I wouldn't change that stuff. It's just as you got older, we stopped going down there just because of what you basically said. People get older, and then it became too much of a hassle with all the just.
Yeah, it was out of control. It was too much. And
Yeah.
I used to enjoy just hanging out in the backyard barbecues and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
and just playing volleyball. Beach volleyball is one of my favorites. That's
Yeah.
such a good time.
Mhm.
You have volleyball going on at the beach, I'm in.
Mhm.
And if you had a backyard volleyball, I'm down for that too. Is it as much fun?
No.
But is it still fun? Yes. You're still diving. You're still doing things. And now that we're getting older, I don't think we're diving as much.
We're not diving
because
as
then
much,
we're
no.
not getting back up for the next serve.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Fuck it.
bump, set, spike, dig?
That-
no.
No.
No. You got the point. Good job. At our age, we start changing the rules. You're allowed 1 kick per serve.
Right. So,
But, yeah.
usually, if you're gonna dive, it's the people in the back row, right? I'm assuming. So just keep if you're not rotating,
Usually,
keep
yeah.
yeah. Well, wherever the most you're gonna dive,
Middle to back.
put all the
This is
young
fine.
people there. Keep all the young people there so that
That's
they can.
right. You gotta be able to. And years ago, we were all young people, so
Right.
it was no problem. But now you have to old, young, old.
Yeah,
young,
rotate it.
old.
Oh yeah.
Let's hit it over there. There's 2 old guys over there.
Yeah. Oh my God. Now we're like you just said, right? Because I remember when I was a kid, that same exact formula was probably going on, and I'm sitting
And we
there
didn't
now.
even know. Yeah.
Now we're reversed, and we're like,
Exactly.
fuck, damn it.
Yep, we're the old ones now.
It happens, man. Father time stops for nobody.
Nobody. So my question for you is: you got some fair skin. I know this.
Yes.
And I remember going to the beach with you, and you looked like a lifeguard because you had the white
Yeah.
nose.
Yes.
I tended to not use anything for the sun. I was like, whatever, I'm good.
Right.
And I always burn. Always burn.
Yeah.
But even this week, sitting and speaking to you now, I'm burnt on my shoulders and my back. And the shower this morning hurt a little bit because I was out working in the yard this whole weekend. And I was like, I don't need nothing. And now I'm sunburned.
Yeah.
But my sunburn usually turns into a tan. And then I can hold it that way for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work out for you, or how does that work? Because you're very fair skinned, so I think you're white and red, if I remember.
I'll burn really quick, which is kind of like why I'll wear hats and shit like that, because I'll torch in 2 seconds.
Right.
Usually by what I do for a living, I'm outside. You'll see that I start getting darker and darker. It doesn't burn. It's just like, it's not a sunburn. It's just I just change colors. Like my hand will be darker than my arm because I got the sleeves.
That's the only thing that's usually different is your hand and maybe a little bit of your arm, but that's about the extent of it.
I'll be rocking the farmer's tan, but yeah.
Right, yeah, completely. And you'll have the hat on, so your face matches your shirt. When you're shirtless, it matches your chest a little bit. Yeah. And then all of a sudden your hands and your legs are usually dark.
Yeah, I remember the last time I think I really got burnt was when I went to Myrtle Beach one summer. And my logic was, I think I put suntan lotion on like my scalp and everything, but I didn't do my back and stuff because my logic was, I'm going to be in the water, so I'll be fine. The sun doesn't
come into the water.
Exactly, so I'll be fine. And then fucking go inside, my shit on my top of my shoulders down mid back was just completely torched. I'm like, I'm in trouble.
Do you enjoy the beach a lot or no?
It depends. I can't, like, if I'm out there. Like, when I went to Myrtle Beach the one time, like, I was skeptical on if I was going to enjoy it or not, because it's not that, there's not really a lot of shit going on. So you just, like, unless you're doing the beach volleyball and stuff like that, looking for the activities, there's really not much going on. But if I got some beer in a cooler on the over there, and I can go in between of, like, swimming in the water and coming back, seeing what everybody's doing, grabbing the drink, I'm perfectly okay with it. Do I want to spend 10 hours there? No. You know, it'll get old after about 4 to 5 hours. You know.
See, I could live on the beach, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. If I, like, me and my wife have talked about it, and if we were to retire somewhere, I could see us being on a beach somewhere right by the water, just listening to the waves crashing.
Yeah.
Just enjoy. I enjoy listening to the waves crashing. I enjoy watching the waves crash. When I used to go surfing, I used to just sit on the beach sometimes and just watch the small swells roll in and stuff like that, just enjoying it. I can play football or frisbee or anything, volleyball. I'll still play. And Dave, you know me, as much as I know I shouldn't dive and I don't dive like I used to, I still do try. Yeah. And I usually hurt myself more.
Yeah,
but
you hurt me, and then you call me, tell me you got hurt, and then I'll go, did you go to the doctor? And you'll go, no.
Right, just like my finger's still not perfect yet, but it's close. Right. It'll heal. I just made it better.
But you would absolutely, if you ever go on a cruise, you get the balcony by the ocean view, and you go out on that balcony, you just sit there and chill, and you'll hear the ocean waves just like going by you, hitting up against the boat. It's awesome.
I have an app on my phone when I get really stressed and I need to get away. I will put the app on. And I will just close my eyes.
It's just
and sometimes if it's hot enough outside, you get a hot breeze, and it's like you're almost on the beach.
Right.
And I can hear the waves, and I kind of transport myself into a place where I'm like, woosah. Because I need that. That for me, that's a relief. That's a stress reliever. That's very enjoyable for me. But I've always been like that with the beach. I love the beach. I love the activities on the beach. I love drinking on the beach, bonfires at the beach, bikinis at the beach.
Of course, bikinis, yes.
Doms, bikinis, whatever.
The best experience I've ever had on the beach, and it's a friend of a podcast, our show, a really good friend of ours, and he knows. I think he would agree with me too. There was one time, everybody went to sleep or something like that, but we were still up. So it was late, probably like midnight, somewhere around that. So we took 2 lawn chairs.
Hold on.
Beach chairs. What's that?
So you're saying midnight was really late.
Was late for that, yeah.
For that group.
No, well, this was, we're talking like 10 years ago, man. So we were younger, so we had the energy to stay up past midnight.
No, what I'm saying is, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm still up.
You're still up. I'm talking about the people I'm with, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You're definitely sounding very old right now. We were up all the way till midnight.
So we grabbed a couple of beach chairs, and we put it right where the water was just like basically crashing right in front of you. And we just lit a couple cigars, man, and we just sat there and we just bullshit about like everything and anything, life.
Yeah. And how
future,
awesome is
everything.
that?
It was, dude.
That's the best.
It was so like surreal, and it was just like the coolest moment that me and him could have.
Right.
You know, and it's just like if you don't know what I'm talking about, do it. You'll understand.
Right. No, I'm all for it, because something like that where you have a good friend,
Mm-hmm.
so you have good company and good surroundings,
Yeah.
and it's just so tranquil.
Yeah.
And you just think about your life and be happy with what you have, and
Right.
it brings that's why I listen to it when I'm all stressed out, because it brings you back to center,
Yes.
to what's important, to
Mm-hmm.
what's valuable in your life, and then you can, okay, it's almost like a meditation type thing. People
Mm-hmm.
meditate for that, and that's, I
Right.
mean, I use it for meditation as well, but like that, I mean, there's no other. I think that's one of the best things you could do.
Right.
I love it personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is there anything else you do for Memorial Day, or is that pretty much? I mean, that's pretty much it, as far as I know on my end. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. You know, if it's legal in states and you're on the beach, you can light off fireworks and shit. You know,
Right.
I guess.
Right.
You know, I mean, I don't know, but I don't do that. But that's
Okay.
usually 4th of July is more of that stuff. But you know, to
Good
each their
summer
own.
music too. Summer music.
Summer
You get some
music.
good tunes.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the music too. Which a lot of times the music comes from soundtracks. Yes.
Yes.
Now, with summer, what else do we have, Dave?
The summer blockbuster season. The movies start kicking off.
The movies start kicking in. Now,
Yes.
every year there's some great movies that come out, and every year there's some whatever.
Not so good ones. I think this
Now-
one, if I'm correct, this one, the one that kicks it off, was going to be The Little Mermaid.
Okay, which was very controversial.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Little Mermaid isn't a little white girl.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. No, dude, I could care less. To me, I saw the like the newer trailers that are out there, or the newer whatever.
Right.
To me, I was just telling somebody today at work about this. It looks crappy. Like the visuals of it just looks too. I don't know, like it was 20 years ago or something. I'm like, this is what Disney has, the most modern technology.
The Disney is I feel, and I could be wrong, but Disney was at one point like cream of the crop. Like you were, that's it. You were in a Disney movie. You did a Disney production. You did Disney. You got everything 100%. You were perfect, including going to Disney World, Disneyland, and all that.
Right.
I believe it's gotten so corporate that they cut a lot of corners now and are just doing it for
Yeah.
profit, and it hasn't had the same effects in the last couple of years like Walt wanted. I'm on a first name basis with Walt.
Well, oh my god.
I was.
Well, I think they've overextended their reach because they went around buying up everything and stuff.
Everything.
So it's like, yeah,
Everything.
yeah. Star Wars,
Yeah.
Marvel, they got some of the Fox stuff they bought up. You know, they're
And-
just buying everything.
And I just don't think that Disney is in that field. Like Marvel and Disney don't jive to me. It's a different class of action or entertainment.
It depends. For me, it depends on the movie. Like if you're doing Deadpool, which is like
Yeah.
violence and all that, you know, that to me is not Disney. But
Right.
it is technically under the Disney library.
You're getting so pissed, you're throwing shit.
No, that was my my keyboard. I hit it. I got so excited.
I had enough of this shit. Disney took over.
Fuck Disney. Boom. No.
I love Star Wars.
Give it back to Lucas. But I don't know. Listen, The Little Mermaid is not targeting me to go see it. It's targeting my
not?
daughter. No, it's targeting my daughter, my wife. They can go and see that. You know.
Right.
But whatever. But I think that because that drops on May 26th, which is the beginning of the weekend. So I'm pretty sure that's the one that's supposed to kick off.
Okay.
You know, the season.
I'm surprised that the Fast and Furious, Fast X or whatever the fuck
Fast
the new
X,
one is, Fast X. I'm surprised that they didn't wait and drop during the summer.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they wouldn't, unless there was an anniversary that I don't know about or something like.
The only thing I can think of
I
maybe
thought you were going to
is
sing a song. D.
well, I was trying to get the thoughts going. Sometimes I get a ticket. I'm like, think stupid.
Spit it out.
The only thing I can think of is maybe they thought that the movie wasn't going to do that well. So if they put that movie up against
Some
the
of the
juggernauts
others,
that are
right.
coming out, nobody's
Right.
going to go see it. So
Maybe.
they figure let's drop it a couple weeks earlier before everything comes out. And then,
I mean, there's a cult following though. I
There
know
is.
My wife wanted to see it, wants to see it, and I was gonna try and get her to go this weekend, and I was like, I'm not going this weekend. I was like, I'll go during the week or something. The kids
Yeah.
are off of school and everything else, and then we'll go because our kids get out of school this week.
Well,
So summer's really starting this week.
I'm proud to say I haven't seen any of them. So
Not only have I seen them, but my wife wanted to catch up and remember exactly what happened.
God.
So I was gonna rent them, and I go, I ain't right. For like $30, I bought all 9 of them.
and what's that, like 20 hours of movies?
I don't know what the fuck I got time for that shit.
Exactly.
We actually watched them. It was difficult squeezing them in, but I got them in.
You did get them in? Wow.
I did get it. It was every moment I had. I go, all right, put it on. All right, put it on. And I'm not saying I watched a full movie from beginning to end each time.
Right.
There was segments of movies,
Okay.
and then that's how I watch most of my television anyway, because I don't have a full hour of anything usually. The longest time I have going straight is when I'm at work. Or I'm here with you.
But yeah, right. But you do. Your wife did see them all.
She did see them all.
Okay,
yes.
so if there's any
We're
gaps,
all caught up now.
she could fill you in on any gaps that you may have experienced.
Right, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. So, all right. What other summer blockbusters are coming out?
Well, I know this may not be up
Spider-Man
here.
Cartoon one.
The Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is going to be a big one. The first one was really good. So
I don't get. And me and you have talked about this with anime and cartoons. I don't understand going to the movie theater to watch a Marvel cartoon.
yeah, well, the first one. This is controversial to those in the know of these movies.
Okay.
I did not like the latest Spider-Man movie, which was, I don't know, No Way Home or Far From, whatever the hell it was. The last one. I wasn't a fan of it. I liked the cartoon version of the Spider-Verse better than that. And people looked at me like I had 3 heads, but I'm like, I don't care.
My son said it was his favorite movie of all time and stuff.
The Spider-Verse one?
No, not the Spider-Verse one.
The latest, yeah.
Whatever the real one was.
Right, yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
I was watching it, and I'm watching it, and I'm going, what the fuck was everybody talking about? What's so good about this?
Well, could it have been that you went in with high expectations because everybody was saying it was so good?
Maybe I was sitting there saying, okay, I'm just going to destroy this movie. I could be,
Right.
But it didn't register with me.
Negative Nancy.
But the Spider-Verse one, me and my daughter, we were watching it, and we were like, holy shit, this movie, it was good. We couldn't wait. We were excited. She's especially excited because I think the Spider-Gwen or Gwen, whatever, she's in this one, the female character.
Okay. She's got a cameo.
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff coming out, but then
Isn't there Transformers coming out this week?
There is. That's the one I was going to get into. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts is
the boy,
the next big one. This one I'm very excited for.
Right. You're a Transformer geek with all the nerd stuff that you have behind you.
Yes, I don't know.
Transformers is another. You don't have any Transformers memorabilia behind you though.
No Transformers stuff. No.
When they were taping out in Arizona, I went to see them, but I was late to the gig because I was working, and I showed up the day after they did all the big scenes with Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and everything else. So I missed the actual vehicles, but I was standing there, and the guy's like, "Oh, they brought them to a junkyard over here for storage." I'm like, "Seriously?" So I had me, my wife, and my 2 youngest kids, and we jumped in the car and we drove there. And the guy's like, "Oh, you just missed them. They shipped them out either this morning or last night or whatever. They towed them out to wherever the next site was." And I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" But then I looked, and the garbage truck that had the actual robotic hand and stuff like that, one of the garbage trucks that they used, was there. And I was taking pictures of that thing. I was like, "Oh, dude, I got something." I was like, "It's not as cool as I wanted, but it's still something."
Do you know if they filmed any of this current one in your area or no?
I don't believe so. I didn't hear any gossip about it or anything else. Usually, word spreads or people talk about it, and you hear about it by accident. But I don't believe so.
Okay. Yeah, no, because it was with this one, I'm worried about. I'm trying not to get too geeky about it, but
good luck with that.
If you watch the cartoons and stuff and everything, I worry about the timeline and how they're going to tie it together, because Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal are not supposed to be together,
right?
Because in Beast Wars they weren't together. It was the Beast machine, the Beast Wars guys, and so I don't know. I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna criticize everything. So
of course you are. I'm gonna go there and just enjoy the shit out of it because I was never. I mean, I'm into it, but I wasn't that into it.
Right.
But, I mean, I enjoyed it. I had Transformers as a kid. I would,
Right.
yeah, whatever. All
Yeah.
day I'd be walking around it,
Right.
but not to the point of like you and some of our other friends, where
Right.
you guys sit there and talk about it like story timelines and different universes. And I'm like, motherfucker, I got nothing. Like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, I'm gonna go pick up some more chicks.
I'm still hoping that with all these multiverses that they have, I'm dissecting. I'm diverting for a minute. I want them to have an alternate timeline in the Star Wars universe, so that they can correct the bullshit from the sequel trilogies. That's what I want. It'll never happen, but
No, it's
bring
not
it.
gonna happen. Listen, they fucked that up already. They fucked it up, and all you guys bought it hook, line, and sinker. And in fact, if you didn't buy it to say, "Oh, it was a great show," but you all watched it, hook, line, and sinker,
Yeah.
and all argued about it and complained about it to the point where everybody's like, the next one's got to be better. We'll watch the next one. Shit, they fucked it up. The next one's got to be better. We gotta see it. Look, man, you guys get that hook, line, and sinker. They
Yeah.
gave you a shovel of shit, and you guys, thank you.
Oh.
Can I have some more?
Yeah. Oh, there's only so much of that shit.
Any of them.
There's only so much of that shit I'm gonna take.
Yeah,
Anyway.
right. You're gonna take anything they throw out there. You'll watch it.
It's so sad. It's so sad that the newest Star Wars movie that's been announced, I want to flop. You know why? Because it's a continuation of the fucking people from the sequel trilogies that I have zero interest in.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, there's people out there that don't know what I'm talking about.
If you know what Dave's talking about, write in the comments and help Dave out. Make him feel better. Make him feel not alone.
Exactly.
You need some support.
Oh man. Anyway, all right. So the next big one. This one. I don't know because it's DC, but the Flash, the latest
Okay.
Flash one is coming
Right.
out. That's going to be
Yeah.
another
Okay.
big one. But I don't know. They kept pushing this off because I think the main actor, had some issues and stuff. But now I
Right.
guess they're finally releasing it. Michael Keaton's reprising the role
Coming
of
in as
Batman.
Batman, right?
Yeah. So this should be a really really good one. Let's see.
Dave, did you know this?
What's that?
I'm Batman.
You're not Batman.
I'm Batman.
I think you've said that before, and I think
I
my
have.
response was, "You're not Batman."
Yeah, Michael Keaton, though, he can only be the Batman. He can't actually do action-packed Batman stuff because he's older than us, and I can't imagine it's all going to be CGI'd. It's all going to look like a joke if he does it. So
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's going to be cool seeing him come back as the Batman, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be limited to what he can do.
Yeah. There's a lot of stunt doubles and all that
Right,
shit to help
yeah.
him out and everything.
Right.
So,
He is a great actor, though.
yeah. Oh, hell yeah. This one actually makes me want to go to the theater because a lot of the DC shit comes out. They've been so bad that I'll wait till it comes out on the streaming platform so I don't have to pay to go.
That's how I feel with almost all of this stuff now. MCU, DC, all of it. It's so saturated now
Yeah.
that it's like, really? I'll just wait till it comes out on Disney Plus. Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing to see anything.
Yeah, no.
No rushing here. Very much so. I drink vodka and be happy.
Yeah. And then back to Disney, the Pixar, their newest one is Elementals, or the Elemental, or whatever that's supposed to be their new. You don't know nothing about it. That's their newest thing. I just have a feeling that one's not going to do so well, and it's going to go straight to Disney Plus in like a month.
Okay. All right.
But that's what Disney's going to push soon. And the last one that I'm looking forward to, that's probably going to be the one of the bigger ones of the summer, is the new Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That's going to be a big
And
one.
they're bringing back the main characters and everything else, which are
Harrison
95 years
Ford,
old.
yep, all them guys. They're going to make their cameos, and they're going to use a lot of what do they call that? The regenerator programs or whatever to make Harrison look young and shit. So
Exactly. I just don't. It's Indiana Jones. No, Dr. Jones, no. It's over.
I know.
It's over.
But that's the trend that's been going on, man. All these
Terrible. Come up with some new shit.
Yeah.
Come up with some new shit, people.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones can still be Indiana Jones, but he's a different Indiana Jones. He's not necessarily Indiana Jones anymore.
Yeah. They're doing. I heard. Now this is all rumors, but I heard they're working on another Lethal Weapon. I heard they're working on another Beverly Hills Cop. So
Listen,
it's like
Lethal
all those
Weapon years ago
was awesome.
Danny Glover was getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Now, will me, Riggs. Will me
Right.
to get up. Like, I don't know.
Uh,
And at that point, Joe Pesci's got to come in. Leo
Yeah.
Getz.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Oh,
Leo
yeah,
Getz.
he's gotta make a
okay,
cameo.
Okay. All right, Rick. Okay, right.
That's Joe.
Come on, it's 20, 30 years ago already.
Yeah.
Stop coming up with this old shit and destroying it because it was great.
Yeah.
That was great stuff.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop.
I would actually.
I make it myself. It's no problem at all. I do with a little lemon twist. It's very nice. What is this all here with us? It's not very sexy.
That is one that I actually look forward. If they are doing it, I would actually look forward to that because I like the first two. The third was just so bad.
That was a moneymaker.
That I would love exactly, but I would love to see him
Fox.
reprise that role and do it right this time. Like I think it would be cool.
I just don't know. It's been so long to come back into that. Yeah, it's nostalgic. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's this and that. To be honest, the movie like Ghostbusters, where they came back and they had a whole new cast and with cameos of different people, that's the way to do it. You can't have the same character be the same character he was 40 years ago.
Well, they did in Cobra Kai. Danielson can still throw a crane kick.
I watch it, and I'm not saying that he can't, but come on.
I know, it's a little stiff.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah. I mean, I know what's going on there, and that's why they have the young kids.
Right, exactly.
That's why you don't see big fight scenes. I mean, you see Daniel fighting, but you don't see humongous fight scenes. Why? Because he's old like us.
Yeah, but I think Johnny Lawrence. Johnny Lawrence. I don't know his character name, his actor, his real name, but I should know, but I don't off the top of my head. But it looks like
I had it, and it just went away. Damn it! I had it.
It looks like he had some kind of fighting because when he's in there, it looks natural to him. He doesn't look as stiff as Ralph Macchio does. You know what I mean?
Can I think of his name? Whatever. Fuck it. I had it and it went away, and now I'll probably be talking. At the end of the show, I'm saying goodbye to everybody. I'm going to yell out his name.
Yep.
All right. I don't know. I'll go see Transformers probably. I'm going to go watch Fast 10 or Fast X or whatever it's fucking called with my wife.
William Zabka. William Zabka.
That's it. Thank you.
I was hoping you were like spitballing there for a little bit so I could look it up real quick.
Right.
Thank you.
So we'll go see the Fast and the Furious and ridiculous things because I know it's not going to be realistic. I know it's all bullshit and everything else, but it's entertaining for me. I enjoy the show.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got as far as questions? We're running long already.
We're running long. Okay. So.
That's what I say every time never mind.
I gotta get him, load him up here. Hold on a second.
Okay. Dave wasn't ready. Please hold on these moments while we are refreshing our pages and getting things together for your entertainment.
Well, you know, I was having technical difficulties before.
Dave was having very tough technical difficulties today, right before the show. Dave was struggling a bit.
I was a little frustrated before we went live. Okay, all right. So our buddy George threw us a couple more things for us.
Okay, so George, always got good questions.
Yeah, so let's dig right on in. He said, if you could be an adult performer, ignoring the disease aspect, which era would you do it in? The pre-70s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, or 2000 plus?
Holy shit. I wouldn't do it pre-70s because I think their porn was very basic.
Right.
So it was very, era of love. That's funny. That's a good one. I would probably go to 80s to 90s, I would think. At that point, it was a variety pack of women, and it was still natural for the most part. And I am a big fan of more natural
80s
women.
to 90s, yeah, because 90s, I think 90s plus is when the
90s plus is where everybody became plastic and fake and Botox and fake boobs and completely shaven and just you look like a doll, which good for you, but no, like you're nice to look like. I'm not a fan of fake tits.
Yeah, no, I mean,
They look really good inside with the cleavage and the thing, and they look great in a dress. They look great in a bikini, usually.
right.
But as soon as they come out, you go,
Yeah.
that's not natural. Not natural. I like natural. I'm a big fan of natural. I don't like a lot of makeup. I don't like a lot of Botox. I don't like fake tits, fake ass. None of that stuff. All natural.
I never understood that either, man. That's a recent thing where they do the S injections. Just I don't get it.
You listen, and I'm not a holy high roller or anything like that. But God made you a certain way. Accept who you are and do the best you can. Look at this shit. Like, it is what it is. Am I so bad? I'm gonna start plugging. We get plugs right here, and it's no, get the fuck out of here. I'm going bald. You don't like it? You go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
I don't care. Bald is beautiful. The more hair I lose, the more head I get.
Yeah. Bump.
But so I would have to say 80s and 90s would be my era, and then no diseases or anything else, and then I just think it was a party. I think it just started coming to light. Like in the 70s, it was very like taboo.
Yeah.
And then in the 80s, it was like, oh, everybody's having sex.
Yeah.
And then by the time the 90s hit, it was like free for all. Let's do this, and that's when porn really started to take off. And then once computers started,
well, the internet blew. The internet blew porn up, dude.
And I don't know this stat 100%, but I heard that porn in a year makes more than football and baseball combined.
Oh, I believe it.
And something that like it was some ridiculous things. Like we always talk about how much money the NFL makes and how much money porn crushes them.
Yeah.
It's not even close. But I would have to go 80s and 90s for El Natural.
Yeah.
Free love and El Natural.
I think I agree with you. That would probably be, based on my age group. Not that I'm just saying, like, what your points are valid, and that would probably be the decade of.
So if you were a porn star.
Mm-hmm. If I was a porn star, yep.
Just hearing you say that's funny.
From 80 to 90s, look out, bitches! I'm out.
What would your stage name be?
Oh my God!
Or your film name?
What did they say? Your street and something else, right?
Oh, it was your first.
Your middle name and the street, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So it would be like Central Ray or Ray Central. Whatever.
So which one goes first?
I don't remember. I forget which. That's why I said it's either Ray Central or Central Ray.
This isn't going to be a good one for a guy, but it'd be a great one for a female. Because my first pet was Shep.
Uh-huh.
And the first block I lived on was Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn. So I'd be Shep Flatbush.
That works? That's more of a 70s porn name.
Yeah, that is. In the 80s, I'd be Don Shaka Khan.
Oh, man. Holy shit. All right, do you want to go one more, or do you want to call it a day?
No, we'll call it a day with Don Shaka Khan. We'll end it on that.
Okay, we'll end it on that? All right.
If you guys have questions, though, and you want to send them in, please send it to shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. Dave will get your questions. He'll read them to me, and we'll go over. There it is.
There it is.
Right there. He'll read them up to me, and then I'll shoot them out as quick as I can and as correct as I can. And it might be right, it might be wrong. If you like the show, please hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. To all, have a happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
Enjoy. Remember what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
And have fun. And we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, everybody.